Hi everyone, I'm Sam from Electric Bikes Brisbane, and in front of me I have the lovely Moustache-j-all, and this is a bike which has been winning design awards and e-bike awards and bicycle awards all around the world. Quite an unusual bike in the way it's been designed and built. If you have a look at it, it's got this very, very deep step through, but this is a dual suspension bike. So we've got suspension at the front and suspension at the rear. What is really unusual about it is that this is all a single piece. So it's been designed as a one cast frame, and it bolts onto the second piece of the frame, which is here. So quite simple, but really quite an amazing design because it's very, very strong as well. Moustache are based in France, and they've been an e-bike manufacturer right from the word go and partnered with Bosch right from the word go as well. So they know a thing or two about e-bikes, and they are also very, very particular in what they put onto their bike. So if it doesn't work, if the off-the-shelf stuff isn't going to work, Moustache have designed it and made it themselves. So you see a lot of this featured in this bike. So it's all about making the bike as enjoyable as possible, both to ride and to own. So let's walk through the bike. There's quite a few options with this J platform. This particular one is the J-all, and it's probably going to be the one we're going to see the most of, because all means it can do it all. So all terrain, on, off-road, very, very versatile. There is a J-on, which is designed more for tarmac only riding. And there's also the J-off, which is pretty much a dual suspension step through. None of the equipment on it, so no mud guards, rear rack. It's literally, it's meant to be a mountain bike for sort of fairly rugged off-road riding. We really like the J-all because it covers quite a few bases. You're not going to go and do gnarly mountain bike trails on it, but you can do some fairly gnarly riding, and you can carry gear while you're doing it. Our customers who are opting for this bike are generally long distance tourers. They really enjoy their exploratory riding, so they'll head into one of the state forests and just go and explore. And they want a bike that's going to handle whatever comes their way. So be it, washouts, gravel, sand, smooth gravel, tarmac. They kind of want a bike that's going to do it all, hence J-all. It's a bike that runs on a 27.5-inch wheel. So this is a nimble wheel, gives you a little bit more agility if you're doing that twisty turny sort of riding. But also it accommodates, it's helpful if you've got a smaller rider too. 27.5-inch wheel, it's a Moustache made rim, so they want their bike to be really, really durable. So this is a tough rim, which they've made especially for this bike, and they've encased it with Schwalbe Johnny Watts tyres. So these Johnny Watts tyres, they've got a whole heap of technology in them, very puncture proof. So they've got the Addix compound and a few other bits and pieces in there which make this quite a puncture resistant tyre. You've also got a reflective rim on it too if you are out riding at night. And they're a 2.6-inch wide tyre, so it's a pretty fat tyre. Heaps of air in there, heaps of traction, but very, very comfortable. We've got mud guards made by Moustache as well. Covers quite a wide, it's a very wide tyre, so it covers all that tyre and then some, so it's going to keep you nice and clean as well. The J-all comes with 120mm suspension, so quite a big fork at the front. So it's really, you really can handle some quite rough terrain. This is an air fork, this is a Suntool fork, and it's an air fork as well. So again, we can tune it to rider weight. Very, very handy fork, e-bike specific, and it's going to really sort of open up the sort of riding that you can do. The bike itself runs on Bosch Smart System. It's the Bosch Performance Line motor with the 75 Newton meters of torque. So this is a fantastic touring motor. It's nice and smooth, it's quiet, but you've still got that punchy high-end torque if you are going to be doing that steeper terrain. Slightly more battery efficient as well because it's not quite as torquey, and it doesn't draw quite as much power as the Bosch CX. And this bike is matched with a 625 watt-hour battery. So depending on the terrain that you're riding, you're getting some pretty good distance. I've had riders do up to 150, 160 Ks on this battery and motor combination. So a great touring option if you are going to be doing that rail trail style riding and you're looking to do lots of kilometres every day. Within this cockpit, this is very unusual and just beautifully done. We've got an adjustable stem. It allows you to flatten your bars out if you want a sportier riding position or sit up a little bit taller. We've got the classic moustache handlebar, which is a little bit curved, but very, very comfortable ergonomically. So again, expecting you to be sitting in that saddle for many hours or many days at a time. And you've got very, very nice, comfortable grips. This light is quite unusual. It's one piece. It's built into this stem, and this operates off your battery, and you can turn it on and off through your Bosch LED remote. And the bike is standard with the Bosch Kiox 500 display, so the big display. Lots of data at your fingertips. Pairing it with the eBike Flow app as well gives you the navigation. So you could use this in lieu of any extra navigation if you wanted to keep things nice and simple. Similarly, you could mount your phone here too. You've got your Bosch LED remote here and your Kiox display. You've got your controls for your dropper seat post, and you've got a really nice dropper seat post that comes with this bike as standard. And with the J, and actually with all of the Js and in the J-all, you've got 3 choices of drivetrain. This particular one is a Shimano Q's 11-speed. That is the Dualie drivetrain. You also have the option of Enviolo, the continuous variable transmission, 380 degrees, which comes with the belt drive. And there's a third option now too, which is Enviolo automatic, also with belt drive. So let's move down this frame because it really is beautiful. This is a supremely comfortable bike to ride because you've got that suspension, but also because you've got very, very thoughtful geometry to make it a nimble, easy to manage bike, regardless of whether it's really, really rough or you're riding nice and smooth. The rear suspension is 100mm also, and this is a moustache-made rear shock. This is the Magic Shock, piece of design which has really won quite a lot of accolades. It won a Design and Innovation Award. It's an incredible climber. You don't get the bob that you tend to get with the rear suspension, so it just really grips. The rear tyre really grips, and it just climbs beautifully with this rear shock. You've got a lockout with this shock too, so you can lock it out if you don't want to be using the suspension. So while we're down here and looking at this area with the rear suspension, you can see you've got your charge port here, easily just plug in to charge your battery. You also have the ability to remove your battery if you need to take it off to charge it, and you can do that through using the key that comes with the bike. Like Moustache has done with their X-Road bikes, this charge port cover is also a protector for travelling. If you're carrying your bike on a rack, for example, you can take your battery out, and this will protect your battery cavity while you're travelling. If you wanted a bit of extra range, you can mount a range extender here. So you've got your mount points here. Instead, you can mount a water bottle if you want to, and it would plug in, your range extender would plug into your charge port down here. One extra thing that Moustache have provided with the J-all, and it's a great extra, is it will come with the Bosch Connect module already provided. So that alarm, that 100 decibel alarm, plus the capability to track your bike if it's on the move, it's built into the bike. It's a fantastic extra, real peace of mind. So continuing down the bike, you've got a very, very comfortable Royale saddle. This dropper post length changes depending on the size of bike that you get. This is a small, and what that means is you've got the smallest drop and the smallest length stem. It's actually the same frame for each of the sizes, and as you go up the sizes, you've got medium and large as well. You'll have a much longer dropper post and longer stems. Again, thinking about from a sustainability perspective, it's a frame which is going to cover a lot of bases, but very, very comfortable for quite a wide range of riders. So provided with the bike are these platform pedals. These have got knobs on them as well, so this is actually quite a good off-road pedal. Get quite a bit of traction depending on the shoes that you're wearing with those, and it's a nice big wide platform. As we move down towards the rear of the bike, you've got these excellent mud guards on the rear too. You've got a choice of 2 different pannier racks. This one is a slimline rack, and it is designed to mount QL 3.1 luggage, and there is a Moustache have panniers which work really well with this. their Dualie panniers. The other option, which is a popular option for anyone who's going to be touring, is their suspended rack. And it's a much bigger rack, and it's a Mic HD compatible. So it can carry up to 27 kilos of luggage on the back, and it gives you the option to really load up if you are going to be touring or shopping. But they're thinking about it with the ability to be able to carry a lot more luggage in mind. If you prefer the slimline look though, and it's a very, very clean rack, this works just as well. You don't have as much carry capacity here. It's about 15 kilos. And finally, in terms of what else comes with the bike, the kickstand comes with the bike. This is an adjustable kickstand, so you can adjust the length depending on sort of where you want the bike to land when you're parked up. So a very lovely bike from Moustache. We're very pleased to have it in our stable of bikes. We have lots of stock coming, and you also have the ability to be able to custom order if you have a preferred configuration. If you would like to try one, you're very, very welcome. It is a beautiful ride, I promise. You can book a test ride on our website, or you can send us a text message or give us a call, and we'd be really happy to help you.